Today's case spirals into one of the most explosive courtroom showdowns ever captured on video. What begins as a routine contempt hearing quickly erupts into a storm of accusations involving arson, forged signatures, destroyed property, and lies delivered directly to the judge's face. Every minute raises the stakes. Every testimony adds fuel to a fire neither party seems capable of putting out. And eventually, even the judge, who has seen countless cases, reaches her breaking point.
Everything was burned in the backyard.
My name was forged to get the payoff and the information.
You just lied to the court.
This isn't just a divorce gone wrong. This is a full-blown legal implosion, where each revelation is worse than the last, and the judge's patience finally snaps under the weight of deception, chaos, and sheer emotional destruction. In case number 22 FA 45 Indian rupees, Timothy Anley and Rachel Anley returned to court for a contempt hearing that has been months in the making. At their last appearance, the judge gave both parties explicit instructions. Bring every piece of evidence, every photo, every document, anything that supports your claims. No excuses. This was the day everything needed to be presented. But the moment the hearing begins, it becomes painfully clear that today is not going to be simple. Neither party has an attorney. Both appear in person, and already, the tension in the room is thick enough to cut with a knife. Timothy takes the stand first, and his voice is heavy, not with anger, but with exhaustion and defeat. After the divorce, he was granted 2 specific dates and times to retrieve his belongings from the marital home. The instructions were crystal clear. Rachel was not allowed to be on the property during those times. She was ordered to stage all of his belongings in the driveway so he could pick them up safely. But when Timothy arrived, she was there. Her boyfriend was there. Her son was there. According to him, it was a direct violation of the court's order and a setup designed to provoke him or even get him arrested for violating the no-contact restrictions.
If there was a restraining order or no contact order in place, I had to come to court and get a court date set. It was signed by Commissioner Krupa for 2 days on a Saturday and Sunday to go retrieve my property. And the agreement was she was not to be on the property.
Timothy says the moment he saw her, panic took over. He had an anxiety attack and immediately left the property. But what little he managed to grab from the driveway was already in awful condition. He claims nearly everything he owned, tools, four-wheelers, lawn equipment, clothing, even a pontoon, was either damaged beyond repair or completely destroyed.
We did retrieve that was in the driveway was totally destroyed. And the order from Commissioner Krupa that she was not supposed to be there. That was just a setup for me to go back to jail again for violating order.
He describes holes drilled through engine blocks, machinery left out to rust, items smashed, burned, or missing entirely. Even his clothing, suits, hunting gear, winter outfits, was allegedly burned in the backyard. He says the only major item he recovered intact was his pontoon boat. When it's Rachel's turn to speak, she denies wrongdoing. She insists she had nowhere to go and didn't know the exact time Timothy was coming. She claims she wasn't intentionally violating the order. She simply didn't understand when he would arrive. But the judge shuts her down almost immediately.
Told at the hearing with Commissioner Krupa on September 28th, 2023, that you were not to be anywhere on that physical property.
I didn't have a choice.
You did have a choice because Commissioner Krupa said not to be on that physical property, not to be on that residence at all.
I didn't have no idea what time he was supposed to even be coming. Was I supposed to stay gone all day?
You did know, and I can tell you right now you did know because it says pickup times September 30th, 2023 between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m.
The judge reminds her that the pickup times were clearly written in the court order. Rachel tries to talk her way around it, offering excuses and insisting she didn't know whether he'd show up. But the judge is not fooled. She tells Rachel point blank, "You just lied to the court." And this moment marks the beginning of a pattern that the judge will repeatedly call out. Rachel's statements are inconsistent, unsupported, and unbelievable. As the hearing continues, Timothy lists item after item that he says was destroyed, including all his clothing. But when he attempts to bring up what his children told him about the backyard burning, the judge stops him. Hearsay is not allowed. They must stick to what can be proven. Still, Timothy maintains that everything was burned behind the house.
Personal property. All my clothing, all my suits, my dress slacks, everything from hunting, winter, everything was burned in the backyard.
Rachel denies all of it. She claims everything he left behind is still sitting untouched in the home. But the judge has already begun forming an opinion, and it's not in Rachel's favor. Then the case takes a dramatic turn. Timothy presents a document, a release form dated November 5th, bearing his name and signature. But according to him, the signature is a forgery. He claims Rachel forged his signature and used his social security number to gain access to the mortgage details. The judge compares the signature on the release form with Rachel's known signatures from prior cases. She notices something immediately. The numbers, the style, the handwriting, everything matches Rachel's writing. And then, the judge drops the hammer.
I'm not a handwriting expert, not one who has went to school, but I'm going to tell you just by looking at it, Miss Ainley, I'm going to tell you, you did this.
No, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Where would I have signed it? I haven't been anywhere to sign anything.
Your name is signed on this.
I'm not
These
Rachel
dates
Ainley.
are Stop talking over me. You did this, Miss Ainley. You signed this, Miss Ainley.
didn't.
You signed this.
No,
You did this.
No, ma'am.
Rachel denies it. She denies everything, but her denials have no effect. The judge states, without hesitation, I fully believe you forged his name. This is more than a violation of court orders. It's potentially a felony. The judge even mentions contacting the district attorney about the fraudulent transactions. As Rachel continues to speak, her story shifts again. She claims she didn't sign anything. Then she says she wasn't even at the title company. Then she claims someone else must have forged both signatures. Her explanations only dig a deeper hole. The judge finally snaps. Rachel begins to cry, but the judge cuts her off. Emotional theatrics. She notes that Rachel brought no pictures, no documents, no proof of anything she claimed. Meanwhile, Timothy brought bank statements, payoff letters, signatures, detailed timelines, and consistent testimony. The judge's decision becomes increasingly clear. After reviewing the evidence and the lack thereof, the judge rules that Timothy is to be awarded over $64,000. This includes penalties, damages, and compensation for property losses. But that isn't all. The judge warns that if the house does not close on its scheduled date, ownership of the property will be transferred entirely to Timothy. She explains her reasoning bluntly. She believes Rachel burned Timothy's belongings. She believes Rachel destroyed or disposed of property. She believes Rachel forged signatures. And above all, she believes Rachel has acted out of vengeance, not honesty. The judge tells her directly, "You have been totally vengeful, and you are not credible." As the hearing comes to an end, the tension finally settles. The judge tells both parties they are adjourned. The courtroom falls silent, the ruling hangs in the air, and the consequences of the day's testimony are now irreversible. By the close of this chaotic and emotionally charged hearing, the judge has completely lost patience. Both parties leave the courtroom with their lives changed dramatically, and viewers are left with a powerful reminder of how quickly civil disputes can transform into allegations of criminal wrongdoing. In the end, credibility is everything, and in this case, one party had it and one did not. If you found this breakdown intense, dramatic, or eye-opening, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more real courtroom moments, deep dive analysis, and unbelievable legal showdowns captured on camera.